Hey, what's going on, everybody? Christmas Eve here. I just wanted to knock out a quick video on my TradingView settings. Um, it's, I get a lot of questions about my charts and the way they're set up and the cleanliness of them. It's one of those things that I really pride myself on is how clean my charts are. Because I don't like a lot of noise. Nothing against anyone who uses different indicators or oscillators or anything like that. I just like my charts simple. Um, I can trade off of price and volume, and as traders, it's kind of essential that we understand where price and volume is at all times. It's really the only thing that we need to trade. Everything else is just a bonus. It can be distractive. So, if you have too many things going on your chart, you can talk yourself into any trade you want. That everything lines up. I got squeeze indicator and oscillators and RSI, and if everything lines up, I can go ahead and enter. And it's sometimes it's too much. So I free myself of distraction and noise, and I stick with the basics. Nothing fancy at all. So I'll show you what a chart looks like from scratch when you sign up with TradingView, and the changes that I make. Mostly, they're aesthetics. It's like I said, it's not anything crazy. It's really just aesthetics that separate my charts. So I'll start with just the chart settings from the very beginning of TradingView. Let me see. I don't need last price. I don't use pre-post market price line. And here I just kind of go down. I just go down the list here. I don't have TradingView set up to for me to trade through my brokerage, so I don't need any of that stuff. Indicator last volume, no overlapping. I'm not trading forex, so I don't need currency. And this screen here is where it gets fun. You can kind of change a lot of the stuff that you see. So I think I do a black background. I do. And I don't need the vertical grid lines. I guess they're off now that I've changed the color. But you would just dim these down to 0, the vertical grid lines and horizontal grid lines. I don't need those. I keep the watermark, or I add the watermark. It helps to have the name of the company you're trading, the ticker you're trading, in the center of the screen for me, especially if you have more than one up. It helps me a lot. So let's see. I'll make this a little lighter. Not that light. All right. And we'll go to the next one, trading. I don't have anything. Cool. So my color scheme is set. Already it looks better than the stock version of what TradingView offers. Now I add some indicators. And again, I only use really a handful on my true charts. I use the volume. I use the EMA. They don't have an 8 EMA, which I use. So I just alter the 9. So I add that. And I just click on the gear wheel here. And from inputs, I go from 9 to 8. I think in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't make a difference. 8 or 9. I was taught on 8, so I've always stuck with it. But again, a lot of this stuff is just aesthetics. I'm changing, color scheme, design thing. But I'll show you guys the handful of indicators I use. So I have volume. I have the EMA. Another one I added early on when I started using TradingView was pivots. Pivots high-low. And pivots high-low is what helps you identify just what they are, highs and lows. You can change these bubbles to disappear. I've done that. You can figure that out on your own. It's in the settings somewhere. So, or labels. So you can do that. Nope. Some people use VWAP. I don't use VWAP, but again, indicators is where you're searching for everything that you need. Close that. Next up is tools. Again, I only use what I need. I'm a minimalist. So what I do is I just add to favorites, and what it'll do is it'll create a bar that'll move anywhere on the screen that you need it to. So trend line, arrows, and horizontal ray are the ones that I use out of this folder here. Fib retracements. I'll do a separate video on fibs that's a lot more detailed. I like the brush. I like the rectangle box. I like ellipse. And that's it out of that folder. And I'll go through each one of these as they're added in just a second. Text is always fun. It helps me describe or explain some things when I save a chart and send it out. So those are fun too. I'm just looking for the channel. It's fine. All right, so super easy to use. Trend line, as promised, there you go. You're able to change the colors here. Yellow sticks out. If you want it to be dotted lines, dashes, whatever you want. TradingView is very customizable. Arrow, same thing. Draw from one point to another. I want these to be yellow. I click OK. You can change the thickness of them, color, really anything you want. Horizontal ray is really beneficial. If I see a double top or something like that, I'll draw a horizontal ray. Same thing with double bottoms or tweezers or anything like that. Set alerts. If I wanted to create an alert for a break above the horizontal ray, or as it's approaching the horizontal ray, I'll get an alert sent to me like that as well. So again, really, really easy, really customizable stuff. Yes. Fibs again. I'll do I won't go through that. I'll do a completely separate video on that. Let me turn off these highs and lows though. Rectangle. I draw zones when I'm drawing. Nothing is perfect as far as lines or resistance or anything like that. So we use zones. You can find. Let me turn off this EMA as well. I find it easier to just go ahead and draw boxes. Top, bottom, doesn't matter where they are. I use them for everything, for gap fills, for resistance, for support, and then finally text. By here, you'll see some of my charts, and I'll leave very detailed notes or specific notes on the chart, and it's really helpful when I have those there, especially if I'm blasting it out to a couple hundred people in the community. So this is really it. It's not as complicated as people think or as it seems. It's really not. I keep them very, very limited so that I know exactly what I'm looking at. I'll bring in my TradingView chart here, and similar stuff. There's some stuff you can add, but for the most part, what you see here is what you just saw me set up. Easy stuff. Click it. You'll see a lot of those. I'll use those as points to mark when something is about to approach a zone, or if I'm pointing out a double top or a high or low or anything like that. So pretty, again, it's more for teaching than anything else. I don't need these for myself. It's more to mark for everyone else. So, but again, you draw zones, and if you have your tools readily available, it's all right here. Lastly, your time frames, pretty important to have as well. I use the 15. I use the hourly, 4 hour, but not so much during the day. Daily, weekly, and what that does is they'll add them to the top for you. Makes it easy to switch to different time frames. Really easy. So I have those as my favorite as well. just a handful of those. During the day, I'm on the 15 and the hourly, and of course, I start my day with the daily and work my way down. Move all of that. If you aren't using TradingView, or if you're using the free version of TradingView and you're serious about trading, my suggestion is to at least upgrade to the TradingView Pro Plus. You can usually catch a 60% off sale, and they've been running this for as long as I've been using TradingView, for 3 or 4 years now. Take advantage of it if you're serious about trading, because you'll need the extra stuff. You'll need the not unlimited indicators. I think it's more than what you actually need. 10 or 20 or whatever it is, and you don't get ads and things like that. Another thing is the app. The TradingView app is really cool. They just launched that sometime this year, and it's all I trade off of. I was worried about there being lag, but there isn't. It's perfect. So again, TradingView Pro Plus. These handful of drawing tools. These 3 indicators: EMA, pivot, high, low, and volume. The only thing you need to start, and just draw the lines. Draw the lines as often as you can on every ticker you can. Draw support, resistance, use trend lines, and just continue to draw and get better. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, take advantage of the comment section in here. I'll reply to all of them. Any questions you have that I can help you with. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up, subscribe, send it to friends or family or anybody else you know who trades, and I hope everyone has a great Christmas. It's been a great long year, and look forward to continuing it this week and into the next year. I hope everyone has a great Christmas.